Hi, I'm Shane Jolly and welcome to Luxury Escapes, a series that takes you on a journey to the world's best holiday.
Thanks for joining me on Luxury Escapes. I'll see you next time to discover some of the world's best holidays. Cheers.
Welcome to another episode of Ali Live. This week marks a special occasion for us. Luxury Escapes turns 4, so happy birthday to us. A great excuse to throw a party really and have a look back over the years and see what it is that Luxury Escapes, where we've started and where we've come to, the early days, Luxury Escapes today, and what's up in store for us for the future. And of course, we wouldn't be marking this special occasion, we wouldn't really be where we are without our wonderful members, all 2 million plus of you. So we'd love for you to be part of today's show. Send through your stories about where you've travelled with Luxury Escapes, where you're going to next. Happy for you to send through your photos as well. And in fact, we're going to reward you for doing so. So today we're giving away 5 special packs, little birthday packs really. I know it's our birthday, but we're going to give little packs out and gifts to you. 5 to give away. Send through your most amazing LE experiences to win. Today we're going to be joined by some special guests, people that have been here with sort of from the inception of Luxury Escapes all the way through to today. And I'd love to introduce you first up to Adam and to Alison. Thank you for joining me. Now Adam, you're the mastermind behind the place that we call the Dream Factory. Tell us a little bit about Luxury Escapes and I guess what it means to you and where it started.
I'm not sure about them. So one of the people who was here from the beginning, but I was being able to make 500,000 people plus a year really happy is pretty good. And I think just see the growth in the business for our team more than anything else. If you look back, luxury business now, we used to have 2 people in customer service. Now I've got probably 40 or 50 in customer service and sales. So the growth in the team is, the team's gotten from incredible. The kind of talent that we see come through the door every day is amazing. A phenomenal story of how the business has grown from a really small business by sort of a couple of people cobbling together stuff in the early days to a far more professional operation as we are today. It's been fantastic to be part of.
And it's interesting because certainly for me when I speak to my friends and family and just people that I meet along the way in my job, Luxury Escapes has become such a household name. And I guess 4 years ago when you guys started the business, it was, no one really obviously knew about us. And it's been 4 years, but we really are one of the biggest travel providers in the country. What do you put that to?
I think it's a good point. I think 4 years ago, if someone asked where you work and we said Luxury Escapes, they'd go, "What's that?"
Yeah.
And I think if you ask now, probably 90% of people have heard of us, and a good chunk of people actually travelled with us or have had a friend or a family member travel with us. So it's, I think essentially put it down to a great customer experience, and we invest really heavily in pre and post sale customer experience. So if someone's having a bad experience, doesn't happen often, but you never know. Bad stuff does happen on holidays. It's not so much the bad stuff that happens. So we actually email everybody now and they go away with our phone number so they can call us 24/7, not 24/7, but 7 days a week, probably 18 hours a day. So if you've got a problem, you can contact our customer service. We'll speak to the GM, we'll speak to the senior people in the hotel to fix it. Versus, obviously, you got the big American travel. Most of our competitors are now internationally owned, and they're pretty big, and they don't seem to care about the customers. I know I've had an issue with one of our competitors, sent them an email and just never got a reply. So
Yeah.
I think it's the high touch that we have means our customers really like us. And we've got what's called a net promoter score of 2, which means something like 90% of our customers want to recommend Luxury Escapes to their friends.
Wow.
Which is really important to us, that we're doing a great job for our members, and that's what's driven the growth of the business. That and what we think is really amazing deals to fantastic destinations.
Wonderful. Now, I guess part of that is also that even though we're growing so quickly, we're still like a little family business here. And Alison, you've been here from the beginning, and it must really feel like a growing family for you. What are the main changes that you've noticed over the years?
I think Adam touched on just how the business has grown. So there's departments now that didn't even exist 4 years ago. We've got our VIP concierge service that looks after our VIP members. We've got account managers, the social media teams before. So definitely a growing family, but still one that's very close-knit, and everyone kind of gets in and gets the job done to provide great to our members.
Wonderful. And have you been on your own Luxury Escapes getaway?
I have. I went on right from the very beginning, and then of course, lucky enough to work for Escapes, we also get to go on for meals as well. I think most of our members would know that we test out the product that we're providing, so that we test out everything from the accommodation to the inclusions, whether that's meals or cocktails or spa treatments. So lucky enough to do that as well, which is good.
Wonderful. And I'm just going to cross to one of our viewers who sent through a message saying, so Thank you for your message. So looking forward to the next one. Had a pleasant stay at a local Victorian Luxury Escape deal. Onward and looking forward to the next. Thank you for sending through your message, and we hope you have a great trip wherever you're off to next. Now, I just wanted to, actually, before we go on, Laurie Harvey also says, we did the Vietnam Ho Chi Minh Luxury Escapes travel in May this year for our 10-year wedding anniversary. All aspects of the trip were absolutely amazing. We thought there must be a catch somewhere along the way, but there absolutely wasn't. Can't recommend it highly enough, and would love to do another one. Thank you for sending it through. I guess just on that's probably one of the things that I found most interesting, is that anyone that I did talk to about Luxury Escapes always said there must be some sort of catch. Like, how do you guys get the best prices at these amazing hotels and not actually expect something in return? And I guess touching on that, what would you say to that, Adam?
It's a great point. It's the thing we hear, certainly people who haven't travelled with Luxury Escapes, the thing we hear the most. And I think there's always been two reasons how we get the product we do. And the first reason is we've now got such a big Luxury Escapes audience now that we can move more room night production than anyone in the world almost. So if we do a campaign for Atlantis and Dubai, we'll move more room nights for them than Booking.com. So the ability for us to generate significant volume means it's like the classic, the wholesale, the more you buy, the better the price. So that's what we're able to do. The other thing we do is we cut out all the middlemen. So often if you buy from an travel agent, the travel agent generally doesn't have a direct relationship with the hotel. They go through a wholesaler, maybe a couple of wholesalers. In the event of tours, it can be several different people in the chain, whereas we go direct to the source. So we go directly to the hotels, obviously in your case, DMC. So because of cutting out multiple middlemen, there's not a bunch of companies with a snout in the trough. We just get the best price we can through our great volume and get it straight to the customer, taking a relatively small clip along the way. So it's really buying power and our business model, and it's a really disruptive business model, because you had an industry that really wasn't very efficient. Look at the travel agent model, it's highly efficient. You have people with lots of capital, like lots of stores out there, and travel agents often sitting idle, and wholesalers along the way, which meant the customers were getting a pretty bad experience. When people actually experience Luxury Escapes, as that fantastic member mentioned, they're getting access to what really is a fantastic offer, but it's really what everybody should be, but nobody is.
Yeah, and I guess further to that, on top of the great buying power that we have, the fact that we build these relationships with hotels and with the general managers and the people that actually make the decisions at the hotels, we're able to deliver a better experience for our customers and offer the VIP extras that you wouldn't necessarily get through a different channel. So the cocktails on arrival, the massages, the special treatment, and I think that's probably what resonates with people that I speak to, especially, is that you could probably buy a travel experience anywhere, but to get all those special treatments is something that's quite hard to come by. So
you can certainly buy a room, but you can't buy an experience.
Exactly.
So what we do is, so we sell happiness, we sell experiences. And nothing disappoints us more than if a customer comes back and has a bad experience, and it doesn't happen very often. We'd be lying to ourselves and to our members if we said it never happened. So you've got to look at mistakes and make sure they don't happen again. So every time something does go wrong, we want to fix it ideally when the customer's at the hotel. So when someone checks in, the room's not great, let us know and we'll get you upgraded. So it's that kind of thing that we want to give hand-delivered butler service, but with obviously amazing pricing. So it's that combination that we don't think anybody in the world can actually do at Luxury Escapes.
Wonderful. And I suppose that's what makes it a great place to work. So what's your, without putting you on the spot here, listen, what's your favourite thing about working at Luxury Escapes?
Probably the people. I think the people really care. I think coming from a startup business and such a small company, many of the people that started 4 years ago are still here today because it was such a small team. But the people really care about what they're doing. They care about the customers and their experience. So from start to finish, from the sales team being on the ground, getting the deals, testing the products, to the customer service team, hopefully not having to fix up many issues, but having to fix up any if they do arise. People care, so about each other and about our customers.
Wonderful. Now I'm just going to cross to Nicole Morton, who sends through a message saying, love Luxury Escapes. Thank you, Nicole. We love you too. So far I've only experienced the Rise Noosa, which was fabulous. Looking forward to my Versace escape with the girls in February, and one day I'm going to buy Sunrise in Vietnam, one of my favourite hotels of all time. Well, Nicole, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a tip. It probably might have something to do with a few minutes. And Pamela Ma sends through, I love Luxury Escapes. One of my best was when my husband and I stayed at the Hilton Surfers Paradise on the 5-night deal. It was so great, beautiful food and drinks along with the amazing views from our room. It was the perfect holiday before our baby came along. Wonderful. Well, hopefully now that your baby has come along, you can take one of our family vacations and enjoy that as well. Now, I'm just going to, before we have our next guest join us, I'm going to cross to a special video message from Shane Jolly, who, for those of you who watch Luxury Escapes, the world's best holidays on Channel 7 on Saturdays, Shane's one of our wonderful hosts and he's got a special message for us.
Happy 4th anniversary, guys. A TV show, a magazine, your very own concept store. There's not too many companies that I know that has bragging rights to what you guys have done in such a short period of time. It's been great to be involved with the LE journey, and here's hoping there's more to come. Well done.
Tantrum.
Thanks for joining us again. Thanks for your beautiful message, Shane. Now, one of LE's most popular deals that we've pretty much started off a few years ago, one of our first deals, I think, is back again through its popularity. So this one's going out to you, Nicole. The Sunrise Premium Resort and Spa in Hoi An, and it's a combination with the Hotel Equatorial in Ho Chi Minh City. It's 6 nights in Hoi An and 2 nights in Ho Chi Minh for $999 per adult twin share. It's valued up to $5,000, which is pretty amazing. It includes all of the great inclusions of daily breakfast, spa treatments, club lounge. You get a $400 flight credit. Basically, it's everything we just talked about. One of the very few people that were back, or that were here 4 years ago. How well did this go when we first ran it?
It's always been a super. I think one thing that's always surprised us is how popular Vietnam is. So you think Thailand and Bali are always going to be popular, and they are. Vietnam's not far behind in terms of popularity, and it's been an amazing destination for us. Get that kind of pricing, but dollars come up to just under 80 now, so it makes it a really affordable destination. And I think one of the keys is the flight connectivity. So there's Vietnam Airlines, which is a really good airline, and it flies from Melbourne and Sydney regularly once or twice a day. So it's really easy to get to, straight into Ho Chi Minh or Hanoi. And you've also got Jetstar doing super cheap fares from Sydney up to Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. So it's really easy to get to, and it's incredibly well priced when you're there. Vietnamese people are lovely. The food is amazing. I think we all love Vietnamese food. And so you've got the combination and some great beaches as well. So Hoi An itself isn't the best beach in Vietnam, but you're really close to Da Nang, which is an amazing beach. Hoi An famous for its culinary delights. It's the cooking centre, the cooking class centre of Vietnam. So if you want to learn how to cook fantastic Vietnamese food, Hoi An and Sunrise is the place to be. I think that the offer includes a cooking class. If not, there's plenty of cooking classes around. It's also the home of suits. So if you want a suit, mate, get yourself a great suit at Hoi An. There's plenty of tailors that do a great job. So it's really a deal that has everything. So you've got great food. I think there's eight spa treatments included. club lounge included, and a flight credit included as well as a great location right on where the water is. So it's a deal that's always ticked all the boxes. Really well run resort. There's Sven Sable, who's the GM of Sunrise. Patrick as members, and our members love travelling. I think many have travelled multiple times, so it's a place people go back to. So it always sells really well, always sells out every time we have it, so it's selling super well this time.
Wonderful.
I expect it will sell out probably in the next week or so.
Well, getting quick for just over $100 a day per person, you really can't go wrong.
Absolutely.
A trip to Vietnam with all those extras. So I'm going to welcome our next guest, Blake, to join us on the show. Now, thank you, Blake, for coming on and joining us at our special birthday celebrations.
No worries, thank you, Sonia. Love your shirt, Adam.
Did you guys text each other to do
Yeah,
that?
we'll ring each other at about 11 p.m. each night, just so we're going tomorrow.
Now, Blake, you joined Luxury Escapes a little over a year and a half ago.
Yep.
Tell us, obviously Adam's been here at the beginning and sees a lot of changes, but from your perspective coming in sort of halfway through the journey, what are the main things that you've seen that have changed over the 18 months or so that you've been here?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I think as you touched on, there's been a number of people who have experienced a luxury escape, and there's been even more people who hadn't. But the speed of growth over the last year and a bit has seen just over 500,000 people experience a luxury escape. So that's probably the biggest change, that so many people get to enjoy the product we have available. And I suppose the big thing about that is that we've expanded our destinations. So certainly, as you've all talked about, we had such a strong in Southeast Asia, and our customers have loved going to Southeast Asian destinations like Bali, Thailand and Vietnam. But since joining the business development team who's out there traversing the world and speaking to general managers at these beautiful hotels, have been able to bring new destinations to our customers. So places like the Maldives, Dubai, places in Europe, of course, you know, famous places like Paris and Barcelona and Rome are now more permanent fixtures within a Luxury Escapes week or couple of weeks. And then even more recently, we've started to see some beautiful stuff in Los Angeles, some destinations, New York as well. That's probably the biggest change. We've probably expanded our footprint. So many of you out there are watching our TV show on Saturdays. You've probably seen that we've got a magazine which you can find in some cafes around for me.
Okay. Now, I know that one thing you're pretty passionate about is technology and taking our business to the next level and moving away from us being an internet-based business and looking at phone apps and sort of get in touch with our customers in a different way. How has the telephone, or how has the app on our smartphones changed the nature of travel?
Yeah, well, I think that any time, and the business that we're in, where these that we're offering our fantastic members are only available for a short period of time, and that is because they're so well priced. They are great deals to amazing places. That immediacy is really critical. And so with the Luxury Escapes app, which is a relatively new addition to the family, people can get access to those deals quicker. And we have lots of people now very comfortable buying on their phones. And that's really interesting. I'd be interested to hear if anyone has used the Luxury Escape and how you found that. But it's certainly, I think, probably the easiest way to find out about new deals. And it's a really nice content viewing experience too. And of course, the easily pop on the iPhone or on a Samsung Android device. So that's probably the biggest, one of the biggest changes we've seen. And certainly the idea that you can now browse a holiday and then quickly share a holiday with a friend via text message or something like that is fantastic. Yeah. Then of course, when you're there, for us to be able to send a text message to our customers, for us to be able to communicate with them and pass a customer support number, which we're now doing with all of our customers just after landing in their destination, is a really, really important aspect, I suppose, of feeling comfortable, particularly when you've travelled overseas. Moving forward, I'm a big fan of Elon Musk, so I don't know if any of you out there do this, but I follow Elon on Instagram. It's a pretty wild journey that he's on, and he's now claiming, he spoke in Adelaide just last week, and he's now claiming anywhere from anywhere in maximum 45 minutes by 2040. So wow. Thinking about technology in the future, tell you what, wouldn't it be nice to just leave here, turn up at the Sunrise swimming pool in 40 minutes?
Pretty
and have a
amazing.
cocktail. That'd be pretty good.
Just popping off for the afternoon, yep. That'd be amazing. And I guess further to that too, it's a great way for our members to stay in touch with us. They're travelling as well, and through Instagram and through Facebook and sharing their photos and stories with us. I mean, TripAdvisor's been around for a little while now, but actually having our members communicate with each other just on, I follow feeds quite often, and I see people talking to each other and, what did you think of this resort? And kind of that instant communication and instant confirmation of, the choices that you've made are really good, or try this when you're travelling. So I think it's they've definitely changed the way of travel for us. And I mean, I've been around in the travel industry for a little while, and it's certainly changed the whole aspect of it since I first started. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, and I guess in your job, Alison, you're in charge of our EDMs, which are our emails that go out to our members every day. It must be a big change for you to, even just in a short period of time from when you started working to the reach that we have now with our members over email. What's the biggest, I guess, benefit of having this sort of reach with our members so quickly, do you think?
I think that our database is very responsive to email, which is fantastic. So I think compared to a lot of other companies, we can reach really quickly with the best deals of the week, and then they can share them amongst their friends, as like we're saying with Facebook or social media or with the app, they can share it, and it's the same sort of thing with email. And that's probably, and moving forward, we've got a new template coming out, email, which a few members might have already seen tested, so that's really exciting as well.
That's great. Now I'm just going to cross to one of our messages from our viewers. Alyssa just said, I've recently just come back from Vietnam. I stayed at Vinpearl and Pan Pacific. Luxury Escapes always combines a perfect package. That's why I love Luxury Escapes. Thank you. We love you too. Happy anniversary. Thank you. And Jeanette Thompson sends through a happy birthday, Luxury Escapes. Back around this time last year from a trip around Vietnam, we used Luxury Escapes to stay at the Hotel Equatorial in Ho Chi Minh City, and also the Almanatee Spa Hotel in Hoi An. Highly recommend both. Thank you for sending that through. Keep them coming. Keep sharing your stories with us. Remember, we've got those 5 birthday packs to give away. We won't be announcing them during the show, but we'll be in touch with the winners after the show, and we'll send them out to you shortly. They're just a pack of goodies of a lot of different things, and I won't spoil the surprise and let you wait till you receive them to see what it is. I'm going to cross to a video message from another one of our special partners. So for those of you who do watch the show, and I'm sure it's most of you, Sophie Faulkner joined us this year as a co-host to Shane Jolly, and she's just amazing, and we love her, and we're so happy that she's with us. So I'll let you cross to Sophie. Message.
Happy 4th birthday, Luxury Escapes. I am so proud to be your ambassador and host of Luxury Escapes, the world's best holidays. Sorry for the extreme close-up. Have a glass of champagne for me. There's lots to celebrate.
Thank you, Sophie, for your beautiful message. Now, from one Sophie to another, some of you who follow Sophie Monk or the Bachelorette at the moment will probably have noticed some posts on Sophie's Instagram.
Right.
Yeah. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, look, it's been interesting. Sophie needs to escape the media here in Australia, because our media's a little bit crazy, and she's a bit popular right now, being the stunning bachelorette that she is. All those lucky men on that show, aren't they? So we've helped Sophie arrange a nice little getaway over in Thailand. She's staying at 3 different resorts. Now, we won't talk too much about the resort she's staying, because the whole purpose is that it's a secret escape, and that we're not going to reveal too much so that she can get away. But we certainly can speak about the hotel that she's left, because she's obviously gone and she's had a joyous experience. And some of you probably have seen, if you do follow Sophie on Instagram, you've seen these gorgeous photos of the Wanakan in Thailand. So it's a beautiful place, Sonia.
Wonderful. We can't say much more than that, but I'm sure that Sophie's
I think Sophie especially liked the 165 square metre villa. So
yeah.
just 165 square metres is bigger than certainly my last apartment.
Yeah.
Double the size, I think. So it's pretty significant accommodation. So if you've got a family, it's great to have the lots of space and get your own private pool, I think. So did a great sort of video of her jumping in the pool, which was
I saw that actually. Yeah.
don't recommend that for the kids out there. But if you can do it, all the better.
It's quite an extraordinary place. It's on there's 16 acres of tropical like rainforest.
Wow.
And so certainly a great place to escape. As Adam said, the villas are huge. It's also adults only, so if you are looking for a child-free escape, what was that, Adam?
Ignore my family comment. Leave them at
the door. Just for this particular holiday, there's plenty others which are very family friendly at Luxury Escapes, but this particular one, it's an adults only escape and designed just for that. Fairly secluded, beautiful spot, as Adam said, massive villas, and that swimming pool looks fantastic. Sophie's certainly having a good time. Like most luxury escapes, you get so much more. So it's not just a bed in a room, daily breakfast, daily lunch, and that's a 7-night stay, Sonia.
Okay, and so for those of you who want to follow in Sophie's footsteps and maybe enjoy a little bit of first-class treatment, we've got the actual property available on our website at the moment.
That's correct.
So it's 2,799 for 2 people, valued up to 8,777. That's huge saving.
Yeah.
And like Blake said, daily breakfast, daily lunches, Thai massages, a beautiful property, privacy, royal treatment, the works. So jump on our website and have a look at that. Now I'm going to invite, we've gone from the person that was here from the very beginning to someone that's come on a little while ago to someone that's just started with us who is about to change the way that we interact with our members. Emily, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
now,
having me.
You are one of the members of our team. Yes. Tell us a little bit about what your first few weeks have been like at Luxury Escapes.
A whirlwind in a fabulous way.
Yeah.
I guess it's a pretty unique place to work, really. I mean, it's kind of, we sell dream holidays and in many ways, this is so it's fantastic. I mean, my team every day get to look at the most amazing images of the most beautiful hotels and exclusive resorts all around the world. They get to travel to some pretty amazing places and shoot videos, all the drone videos that you see and all of the presenter featured videos that you see. That's the content team that are pulling all of that together. And they get to write some pretty exciting stories too. As Blake mentioned, we're just about to launch a magazine, which is really exciting, going out to 500,000 homes across Australia. And of course the TV show too. So, there's so many different areas that we work in across Luxury Escapes that, we're a pretty all-encompassing travel destination, really. So working here has been really exciting.
That's
really great.
Well, we're really excited to have you on board with us. And we've talked a little bit about how travel has changed over the years, and we've gone from the conventional travel agency to people really being really savvy with their travel requirements and being able to book online. They're moving to phone apps and instant purchasing on phones and sharing their hotel right away. What do you see as the future of travel? And I don't expect you to go too far into the future, but what's the next 12 months look like for travel?
For the next 12 months in terms of travel trends, we're seeing a lot of multi-generational travel pieces being booked. So, families kind of celebrating big events to go over to Vietnam or Fiji or any of the places that we really specialise in.
And do the grandparents usually pay for that?
Hopefully. I'd be hoping so. They can't spend the kids' inheritance completely on themselves, surely.
That's true.
Yeah. So we're seeing a big trend there. There's also a big push into places like Iceland. And really kind of exploring those once in a lifetime bucket list opportunities, but doing it through the most luxurious way possible. And that's really interesting to see those kind of spikes happening. And then I think that the other piece, which is really interesting in the way that travel has moved, and the way that people are booking holidays has moved, is that the peer-to-peer recommendation across social media has become so important. So, it really is about sharing your experience with your friends, and that has just as much ability to sway somebody's opinion around the holiday that they're going to choose next, or the holiday that they didn't know they were going to choose next, as much as the most beautifully written travel article by Condé Nast Traveller. So, you know, I think what's really interesting there is that the power is in people's hands, and our job really as a content team is to provide the best information possible to make sure that they can make the best decisions around the holiday that they want to choose to go on.
Wonderful. And I guess on that too, touching on the power of the people and you know, Instagram and Facebook being such a huge sales channel for us, that convincing of people going to somewhere where they never thought they were going to go or never really even wanted to go in the first place, that's kind of one thing we've based our business on, isn't it?
There's two stats that drive it, certainly from our hotel relationship perspective. One is 21% of our hotel.
That's amazing.
Someone say, I want to go to Wanakam, they see Wanakam come up and go, how amazing is that? I want to be like Sophie Monk, I want to go there. And 70% of our customers weren't actually even planning on going to the destination they went to. So Maldives is that great example where about a quarter of Australians who go to the Maldives now go by a luxury escape. It's such an aspirational place.
It's crazy numbers.
I probably wouldn't have thought of myself going to the Maldives until I see how amazing it looks on our site. I actually, I really want to go there. So it's a, and I think it also goes to the point on content, Emily, that you made. I know when I would buy holidays 10 years ago from Flight Centre, you'd go to Flight Centre and you'd speak to a consultant who may or may not have gone to the destination, and you'd get a brochure and there'd be a photo about that big, and that's all the information you had. And it wasn't Flight Centre's fault, it's how it was. And now you've got obviously TripAdvisor, you've got social media, and you've got obviously all the information we'll put on a campaign and a deal. So you've got so much information to make a great decision that the chance of getting a holiday that to be no good is actually a lot less. So you can travel. Nothing's ever perfect, nothing's ever foolproof, but you've got a lot more comfort that 4 friends have been there and liked it, and 3 other people have given it 5 stars, that compared to just a little brochure, which is hard to rely on.
Yeah, totally. And Blake, I just wanted to ask you quickly now, we're looking, obviously we've become a household name in Australia, and most people know about Luxury Escapes, and we'll obviously continue to grow that and get into more people's homes and be part of more people's holidays. But I believe we're expanding into other parts of the world, and you mentioned earlier the US and Europe bringing in more hotel content. What about from a customer, from a member base? Are we looking at doing any expansions around the world? Yeah, well, certainly there's no doubt in our 900,000 plus Facebook community. There's many of you out there. Hello to you all who are all over the world. We've got quite a big community in India who have a really strong following of Luxury Escapes on Facebook, and we've got a growing group of customers in Southeast Asia, in Singapore and Hong Kong. So we believe that Luxury Escapes holidays are accessible to almost everyone, and we believe that now we need to make ourselves known, we need to find ways to talk to you all out there, and we're certainly doing our best at the moment around that. But yeah, we can continue to grow, and that growth will come from great holiday experiences. And so just as we've talked about before, where we launched Dubai, Maldives, the US and the UK and Europe all in this last year, we're going to continue that growth. And Sonia, as you know, leading up our tours business, we've now got beautiful tours available to everyone all over the world. We've got cruising as well, and most of those are either departing from Singapore, or I think one of the big on offer, and by doing that, no doubt we've got many more out there who can travel with Luxury Escapes. Wonderful. And I guess any one of you can answer this, but I believe that we're launching a new website towards the end of the year. Is that correct? Are we allowed to talk about that? Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that one. We are launching a new website. It will be the best travel website in the world, and that is quite simply because we've relied on a lot of feedback from our customers out there. We've been testing very aggressively. It'll be perfectly set up for a mobile browsing experience, which is very important to most of you, because 65% of our customers actually start their Luxury Escapes journey on our mobile app or on our mobile site. So the new website is going to be fairly glistening. It's really exciting. We're all pumped about it. And do check that out. Now, we won't reveal exactly when that's coming, because websites are just like that, Sonia. We'll give a date and then we'll miss it by 48 hours and people will come breathing down our neck. But it's really, really exciting. Excellent. Now, I'm just going to quickly go to one of our messages. So Jenny Hannah has sent through, happy birthday, Luxury Escapes. We've been on a couple of Luxury Escapes holidays, but the best was Beyond Resort Khao We loved it there. Staff resort, food, accommodation, loved it all. Can't wait to go back. Well, Jenny, jump on our website and have a look. I'm sure we've got some great deals into Khao again. And then Melinda sent through, went on a Luxury Escapes trip to Vietnam and have recommended them to many. In the last 6 months, 6 of my family and friends have also travelled. Wonderful. It was a great experience, and so glad I've told others so they experience these great deals too. And I guess that goes back to what you were saying before about peer-to-peer and recommendations. It's become such a common thing that if you're going to either buy something, whether it's a dress or shoes, or go to a restaurant or travel in this case, you're going to ask your friends, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or just at a face-to-face conversation. And that's really important what they come back with. So
it's absolutely, it really defines making those decisions and makes it a much easier decision to make, I think. Yeah. So, we've got you guys, fantastic Facebook community, it's all about the conversation, really. So keep talking to us, tell us about what we can do to improve, and recommend us to your friends as well. That's always a big one, because you are taking those luxury escapes, and that's what it all comes down to, really, what your experience has been.
I'd love to know if anyone out there has actually made any life friends from meeting other luxury escapers on their holidays. I hear about that all the time. Someone's checking in at the lobby and they'll say, oh, they're here with Luxury Escapes, and someone will say, well, us too, and then they have a few drinks together by the pool, and everything goes swimmingly well. Pardon the pun. But I'd love to hear from the community out there. Made any friends on a luxury escape or fellow luxury escapers? That'd be really fun to know all about.
Definitely send that through. I've got a little story actually. So as Blake mentioned, I look after the tours division, and I get the feedback that comes through from our members that go on tours. And we actually had a group who travelled to Myanmar earlier in the year together, and no one knew anyone on the group, so they were all individual people that had booked. And when they got back, they all had such a great time together. And one thing about tours is that when you're travelling for 10 days with a group of people, you kind of are almost forced into this sort of immediate friendship because you've experienced this new destination together in such an intimate space. And when they got back, I got feedback from lots of different people in the group, and they were already planning their next tour together to a different destination.
That's right.
So, Luxury Escapes, bringing the world together. It's wonderful. Now, I just wanted to make mention, obviously celebrating our 4th birthday, we're also going to have a little bit of a party celebration, because that's one thing that we do really well is parties. So for those that are in Melbourne, we're holding a little celebration tomorrow at the Lounge in Melbourne CBD. Blake, do you know any more information about this?
Yeah, absolutely. So that starts at the Lounge, 261 Little Collins Street in Melbourne. Sorry for the rest of you around the world that you can't join us. But if you're in Melbourne, please come down. So we've got all of the staples, lovely food, and of course some champagne and some beer for those of you who want to have a drink with us. It'd be great to see you all down there. We've got some nice giveaways, and of course we've got some beautiful celebrating our 4th year birthday cupcakes, which everyone can take home with them, and so it's going to be a heap of fun. But Sonia, the other thing I should mention is we don't just party in Melbourne. So we are in Brisbane and the Gold Coast on Monday and Tuesday for one of our roadshow experiences, and then in a couple of weeks' time, and stay tuned, we'll be announcing a little get together for some of our customers in Singapore.
Wonderful. Excellent. Now, I do want to bring 2 more hot offers to you, those out there that are viewing us at the moment. These. Oh, okay. So they're first offers that we've had to our Luxury Escapes website. So the first one I'm going to cross again to Blake, because I can't actually pronounce this hotel.
Yeah, Sonia, that's the new Inchholm.
Thank you. In Brisbane, the new Inchholm. In Brisbane. 2 nights, $399, valued up to $973. It's actually a great hotel for foodies. Daily breakfast, $50 credit for a chef-hatted Thompson's Reserve restaurant.
Beautiful.
So Brisbane's a really up-and-coming foodie destination. I think they're taking a leaf out of Melbourne's book, and I've noticed some like laneway restaurants and bars popping up. So if you haven't been to Brisbane for a while, this is a great chance to get down there. They've also got a gourmet cheese board on arrival. So $399 2 nights.
Adam likes a good cheese board.
Yeah, I'm a fan of cheese as well. Yeah.
We're all cheese fans.
We are cheese fans.
And champagne. Parties, because we love to party at Luxury Escapes. And the other deal that we've got online at the moment is a China tour. Now, I'm actually responsible for this, but
how do you pronounce that one?
China. So this is actually a luxury tour with Shangri-La Hotels. So we've partnered up with the Shangri-La properties in China, and also the Sanctuary Retreats boat on the Yangtze River, which honestly, it's just come out of dry dock and it is stunning. This boat is the most beautiful boat on the Yangtze River. It's a 10-day luxury small group tour. It's a maximum 16 people, so it's really intimate. You might make some best friends on this tour and decide you want to go somewhere else with them. The exciting thing about this tour is that it actually includes international flights with Qantas from Australia. So Melbourne, Sydney, and we've got some additional parts of Australia that you can fly from. It basically covers everything that you want to see in China. So you get to climb the Great Wall, you get to go to the Bund in Shanghai, you get to see the terracotta warriors in Xi'an, and then you get to end it on the Yangtze River for 4 nights on a really luxurious
There's a lot
cruise.
of China tours you see out there that
So
probably
many.
aren't that great, but obviously this is much higher calibre accommodation.
Yeah.
You're flying Qantas, not a different airline, they're not British recognised.
Yeah.
So it's, in fact, Shangri-La are not.
Qantas or Cathay, isn't it?
Qantas or Cathay, so depending on where you're flying from, but both reputable airlines, both part of the One World program.
You see some China tours have the shopping type of it, so this is obviously quite a different experience.
We steer away from that. Look, anyone who goes to China will probably have some element of shopping involved in their tour, but it's better for it to be your choice of shopping rather than be a forced form of shopping.
Yeah, right.
And the nice thing about this tour is that the Shangri-La hotels, and I've been lucky enough to stay in them, are amazing.
Yeah.
And no matter what city you're in, it's that same level of 5-star service. And the 16 people really makes it feel like you're travelling with a small group of friends in a city that has a gazillion people. That's a real number. It's a really nice way to see China. It's a really nice way to see China. So $3,999 per person, twin share. That includes your flights from Australia and all of your internal travel as well. So get onto the website and have a look at those deals. I think they're only available for a limited time left.
Sonia, very quick question. Are they 2018 departures or 2019 departures?
Both. So we've got 2018 at the moment. I don't know about the Incheon, but I think it has the
Yeah, valid through
now.
2018, mid-2018. Yep.
Wonderful.
Not on
So-
to 2019.
So jump online and have a look at those and all of our amazing other deals around the world. One last mention to Danielle Carter, one of our viewers. We did that with heaps of people and we are still in contact with them.
Fantastic.
We've stayed with people in Sydney that we met in Thailand. Wonderful.
Wow.
So
That's pretty cool.
creating friendships, which is awesome. It's a great way to share your travel experiences.
In the friendships business now.
Dreams, friendships, happiness. Yeah, can't go wrong. Cheese and wine as well. Okay, one more before we finish up. So Julie Osipenko, we were there at the Haven for our 25th wedding anniversary and met a lovely couple, Naomi and Adam, having a holiday before the baby was due. Still keep in touch. That's just
fantastic.
lovely.
Sweet.
It's just really lovely.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah. And the other thing, just quickly, when you're on a holiday, you're so relaxed, so much more open to meeting people, and I've met lots of people on trips, even with work, and you become sort of lifelong friends because
I think they're a better calibre of guests.
You're amazing out there.
You recognise the quality of Luxury Escapes guests pretty easily.
Definitely. Yeah, we're pretty special people, aren't we, the Luxury Escapers? Okay, so winners will be announced after the show, so send in your holiday experiences for the chance to win a 5th birthday pack. And again, a reminder for those who are in Melbourne, tomorrow night we're celebrating our 4th birthday at the Lounge. Blake, can you repeat that address again?
Yeah, that's at 261 Little Collins Street, Melbourne. It's what I'm here for.
Wonderful, thank you.